Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Ringside Wrestling Entertainment. This is Joel Perez here for another week of your Smackdown Live reviews. And tonight we had Sin City Smackdown live from Las Vegas for your September 12th, 2017 edition of Smackdown Live. We had a lot to goddamn talk about here tonight. Clearly, this being a bigger edition of Smackdown Live, especially what happened and what we're going to start with here with Kevin Owens and Vince McMahon. Kevin Owens beating the living hell out of Vince McMahon. Holy shit, I laughed my ass off to the point where my voice is a little sore during that fucking segment. You already know about that. But as well, this SmackDown Live review going up a little later here tonight because tonight was the Mae Young Classic. And of course, we had Kairi Sane versus Shayna Baszler in the finale of the Mae Young Classic. So that went 30 minutes beyond SmackDown Live. I was watching that here tonight, not going to review it in this video, but there will be a video up that I will be working on right after I finish my SmackDown Live review, and we're going to be detailing everything that we saw here on the Mae Young Classic. I'm going to tell you what I thought, what could have been done better, because yes, there was things that could have been done better during this entire Mae Young Classic, and what I think the implications are. The winner, I'm not going to spoil anything because people are still watching it, and people who are watching this SmackDown Live review who have a vested interest in that Mae Young Classic review still, I'm sure, want to watch that. So if you did not catch it live, we will not spoil it here on the Ringside Wrestling YouTube channel, but I am very excited after this video to do a review for the Mae Young Classic. Had a lot of fun watching the finale. Very, very good match. Very good match between Shayna Baszler and Kairi Sane. No doubt about that. But we are talking about SmackDown Live here tonight, and a lot of things happened. United States Championship match between Ty Dillinger and AJ Styles. Vince McMahon on the show. The Women's Championship match between Natalya and Naomi. The Usos versus the New Day, who had an absolutely fantastic street fight. So we've got a lot to talk about on SmackDown Live here tonight. But of course, like always, gotta throw in my plugs, and I want you to go check out all the other content on the Ringside Wrestling YouTube channel, because there is so much other content to go check out. I mean, Raw and SmackDown reviews each and every single week. Raw review for last night is uploaded on the channel, so if you did miss that, make sure to go check it out. Right now, when you're done watching this video, we were talking about the big events that happened on Raw last night. Things like John Cena versus Roman Reigns and their promo battle. Roman Reigns versus Jason Jordan, of course. The Miz and his verbal lashing of Mr. Enzo Amore. Braun Strowman versus John Cena. Braun Strowman absolutely dominating Brock Lesnar. A lot happened on Raw last night, and we're talking about all that on the Ringside Wrestling YouTube channel. So if you did not watch the official Monday Night Raw review, make sure to go check that out. We also do Behind the Mic each and every single week, talking about all the biggest news in the WWE each and every single Saturday. Episode number 36 went up last Saturday over the weekend, and we were talking about The Undertaker. Rumors have been running rampant about The Undertaker returning to the WWE. He has not retired, and the latest rumor is that The Undertaker will be going against Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 34. So there's big news on that front right there. Undertaker facing the two names who beat him at WrestleMania in a triple threat match at WrestleMania 34 in New Orleans, where he originally lost the streak. So we're talking about that on Behind the Mic. pay-per-view reviews for each and every single pay-per-view that has come out in 2017. You can see a review on the Ringside Wrestling YouTube channel as well for the NXT TakeOver specials that they have on the WWE Network for each and every single one of those. Brooklyn and SummerSlam are the two latest of those, and reviews for those two pay-per-views are up on the channel, so you can make sure to go check that out on the Ringside Wrestling YouTube channel. And of course, Mae Young Classic coverage. We're going to be covering the finale after this video goes up on the air, and reviews not just to the final, but to each and every single episode that was released on the WWE Network. Yep, that means round 1s, round 2, round 3, it wasn't called round 3, the quarterfinals and the semifinals. Reviews to all those videos are up. There's 2 per episode, so it's episodes 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, and 7 and 8, all with their separate reviews. So that's 4 reviews in total, and the 5th one for the final coming out today on the Ringside Wrestling YouTube channel after SmackDown Live review goes up on the air. But we are talking, of course, about SmackDown Live here tonight, and there was a lot to fucking talk about. No need to be said. This was an exciting edition of SmackDown Live. If it wasn't, with all the things announced on this show, I would have been shocked. Not as good as the last pay-per-view type edition of SmackDown Live that we've seen, with that end of the year SmackDown Live where they just threw everything into the table. I believe they called it like the roulette edition of SmackDown Live, where it was Dolph Ziggler, Baron Corbin, and I believe AJ Styles in a triple threat WWE Championship match. Just an absolutely fantastic edition of SmackDown Live. If there is a perfect edition of a WWE show, that would have been it. But here tonight, I mean, you did the best you could for the current state that SmackDown Live is in, with Jinder Mahal as your WWE champion. I mean, there's not a lot of stuff you can do on this show as far as putting on a good program goes. But I mean, holy shit. We are talking here with SmackDown Live, Sin City SmackDown, and it was Kevin Owens. This opening segment was really useless, bro. This was just Kevin Owens with his threats over and over and over again. Kevin Owens, he welcomed us to the Kevin Owens show, saying that we better get used to hearing that, because last week when Shane McMahon attacked him, he did not fight back because he respects authority, which clearly is a crock of shit, but we'll talk about that further. Authority, what am I saying here? Shane, he respects authority, something that Shane did not have. He says that he's suing everyone in the WWE until SmackDown Live is no more. He says the first thing he will do when he runs SmackDown is that he will fire Sami Zayn, which I started laughing my ass off at. He will make Byron Saxton and Tom Phillips wear the same suit, not the same suit like they're wearing the same clothes, but they will be joined together in one suit, bro. I don't know where he got that idea, because he says because they're basically the same commentator. Alright, I won't argue that. And he is going to get rid of the fashion files, which we all love so much, but he doesn't, so it's gone, bro. It is gone. That's when Shane McMahon's music hits. I don't know why the fuck this was randomly put into this segment, but Shane McMahon's music hit, and I legitimately thought it was Shane McMahon. I'm like, what the fuck is he doing here, bro? I thought he got suspended. Didn't last very long, but it was fucking Dolph Ziggler with this goddamn gimmick, and Kevin Owens was like, no, this cannot be. There's no goddamn way Shane McMahon is on this show. And then he sees Dolph Ziggler, and he's like, oh, it's just you, Dolph. Dolph, you're fantastic. You know what? I don't mind. You're absolutely fantastic, Dolph. You are going to be on the Kevin Owens show. But, that's when Daniel Bryan came out. I don't know why the fuck Dolph Ziggler was there making an ass of himself. Same thing. He was in a segment later on in the show, but we'll talk about that. Daniel Bryan came out, and Bryan clarified to Kevin that he runs the show, And he's happy that Owens is having fun. But that is soon going to be over. Owens said that he had the perfect place for Daniel Bryan on the Kevin Owens show as a janitor, making things look all nice. And Bryan said he's not opposed to hard work and manual labor, which is something Owens should try, which is clearly a fucking jab at Owens' weight right there. But with Daniel saying that Vince is making his way out later tonight, and Owens is not gonna like what he has to say, with Owens saying that Vince will not like what Owens has to say either. So clearly they're just hyping you up for the arrival of Vince McMahon here tonight. Vince McMahon, who is going to be on the show, and yes, that was the best segment of the show here tonight. We do move on here to Tye Dillinger versus AJ Styles. And I mean, what did you expect from this matchup? This was a very good matchup. Wish it would have went longer. Wish Dolph Ziggler, who literally came out here tonight and said and did the exact same thing that he did last week. Wish that segment would have been cut, or at least Bobby Roode would have interrupted that segment. Bobby Roode, who has now not been on this show for 2 weeks. By the way, for the first time in God knows how long, Shinsuke Nakamura, who was not on this show, which I'm actually kind of relieved by. Shinsuke Nakamura is supposed to be this special attraction, bro. He's supposed to be this special attraction, yet you're having this guy on your show each and every single week, making him blend in like every other guy on this roster like a nobody, bro. Finally, Shinsuke Nakamura not on this show, being treated as a special attraction. That's what Nakamura should be treated as. He should not be on your show each and every single week. It is okay for Nakamura to miss a SmackDown. He was not needed here tonight. This show was absolutely fine. Not going to say it was the greatest show of all time, but it was a fine edition of SmackDown Live. And guess what? Nakamura wasn't on it, bro. Nakamura was not on it. So hopefully WWE can understand the fact that they do not need Shinsuke Nakamura on their show each and every single week. Matter of fact, it's going to make your show even better when he's not on the show each and every single week, and the shows that Nakamura are on, they're going to feel more special. The crowd is going to be more receptive to Nakamura because they're going to be like, shit, we're lucky. We got that edition of SmackDown Live where he's actually here. Thank God. I bought the right fucking ticket. I bought the right week. I came the right week to SmackDown Live, bro, and they're going to be more receptive to Nakamura. He's going to be even more over because he's that special attraction. But WWE does not give a single fuck about that, right? For the first time in about like 2 months, Shinsuke Nakamura actually missed an edition of SmackDown Live, which at this point is a welcome sight. Holy shit, but we move on here to Tye Dillinger versus AJ Styles, which was a very good matchup. Tye Dillinger is so absolutely fantastic, and after what he displayed in this matchup, bro, you've got to be fucking kidding me, WWE, not putting this guy in a legit feud. Put this guy in a feud with Bobby Roode. Put this guy in a feud with Bobby Roode, bro. You put this guy in a feud with Bobby Roode and let these guys go at it, you'll probably have one of the best feuds of the fucking year on your hands, bro. Tye Dillinger actually started off in NXT, or Bobby Roode, I should say, started off in NXT against Tye Dillinger in a feud with Tye Dillinger. At the first takeover Bobby Roode was at, he faced Tye Dillinger. Why not do the same for Bobby Roode's first pay-per-view on SmackDown Live? I mean, Dillinger certainly proved here tonight that he can certainly go in that ring, and he's going to bring Bobby Roode to a fucking matchup that will display Bobby Roode and get Bobby Roode over. I mean, why the hell not? Why the hell fucking not? And Bobby Roode needs to be a heel. And you don't get more stone cold plain cut babyface than Tye Dillinger. So Bobby Roode, you get Double Trouble. You get in Bobby Roode in a fantastic matchup, because there's no doubt about it. I absolutely loved the match they had at TakeOver, Bobby Roode's first TakeOver, whichever that was. I believe it was TakeOver Brooklyn 2, I believe. I'm not sure about that. But Ty Dillinger versus Bobby Roode, let that be Bobby Roode's first feud. And matter of fact, it's going to be Ty Dillinger's first feud, because SmackDown Live, in all the months that he's been on SmackDown Live at this point, April? It's now September. 5 months this guy is on SmackDown Live, and he has not had an official feud. And no, I'm not counting Aiden English, asshole. So, I mean, what is the issue here? This guy is clearly talented. You've seen it in the match he had with AJ Styles. And again, it's AJ Styles. AJ Styles can bring a cardboard cutout to a good match, but that's not the point. Ty Dillinger is clearly very good in the ring. Well, AJ Styles couldn't bring Jinder Mahal to a good match, and the match Dillinger and Styles had here tonight was 10 times better than the match Styles and Mahal had. Yet Mahal is your WWE champion, and Ty Dillinger, before this point, was floundering in the mid-card. So, I don't understand where your values are, SmackDown. But that's not to complain, because we did get a very, very good United States Championship match this week on SmackDown Live. I enjoyed this match very much, bro. Very, very much. These two went at it. I wish it would have gone longer. I mean, you could have easily cut those 10 minutes that Dolph Ziggler was on my screen for no fucking reason. But they went back and forth until Baron Corbin, yes, Baron Corbin had to show his fucking face in this match. He came in, and Styles thankfully eliminated him quickly, hitting him with the Styles Clash. That allowed Dillinger to get a roll-up for a near fall, and this is where I'm just like, at the edge of my seat. Please, Dillinger, please, give him a United States title. That would totally solidify him. But he got a tiebreaker for a super near fall, and when Styles kicked out of that, I was just like, oh my god, I suspended my belief. I knew Styles was going to kick out. Deep down, you knew Styles was going to kick out. But you're just like, maybe they're going to fucking do it. But they did not do it. Styles did kick out. Before you knew it, he had the calf crusher in, and Dillinger, unfortunately, was tapping out in this matchup, just like he did a few weeks ago, except this matchup, instead of going 2 minutes, went 10. So, I mean, at least it was that. The perfect 10, right? You've got to be fucking kidding me with that one. But after the matchup, Corbin took Styles. Corbin was still on the outside for some fucking reason. He took Styles, threw him over the barricade, hit Dillinger with a clothesline, and hit Styles with the End of Days on the outside. He then picked up a microphone and said that next week he will answer the open challenge. So next week we have Baron Corbin versus AJ Styles for the United States Championship. I don't know how the fuck I feel about that. I mean, it's Baron Corbin, bro. I'm very soured on Baron Corbin. After they fucked this guy up. Realistically, Baron Corbin right now should be your WWE Champion. Yet, he goes from WWE Championship opportunity, Money in the Bank holder, to a United States Championship match. Where's the logic in that one, bro? Holy shit, but Baron Corbin will be challenging AJ Styles for a United States Championship. And I'm assuming that's going to be a good match, but then again, this is a feud that I have no interest in. There's no investment in Corbin. You ruined Baron Corbin, and it's going to take a lot of time for you to get that momentum that you had building for a whole goddamn year on him back on him. I was very high on Baron Corbin before that fucking incident, and then you made him look like an absolute buffoon, and there's just no way I can buy into the guy. Yeah, I know he's talented, but there's no way I can fucking buy into the guy. You ruined him. Shit. But Rusev, we go to Rusev over here. He was interviewed about his recent trip back to Bulgaria. I'm assuming that's why he wasn't on SmackDown Live. That's their reason for why he wasn't on SmackDown Live last week. And Rusev said that at SummerSlam he faced the biggest embarrassment of his life after losing to Randy Orton in 10 fucking seconds, bro. 10 fucking seconds. The matchup that shouldn't have even been on SummerSlam to begin with, ending in 10 seconds. Go figure, bro. Go figure. But he says he was not welcomed back to Bulgaria with open arms, but as a shame to his family, who expected him to be a victor. Rusev said that he now knows what he must do. Break the legend. Clearly, Randy Orton is the Legends killer. He said kill the legend. So, yeah, clearly Randy Orton is a legend killer. And clearly, WWE is going to continue this goddamn feud between Rusev and Randy Orton. I mean, really, there's no fucking reason for this feud to even be going on to begin with. If you look back for SummerSlam, the only fucking reason these two were fighting is because neither of them had a matchup. Now you're trying to make this personal. Now you're trying to make this mean something. And nobody gives a shit. And then you're going to be like, oh, it's because Rusev sucks. Oh, it's because Rusev can't capture an audience. It's not Randy Orton. No fucking way. It's not our shitty storytelling. No fucking way. It's Rusev's fault. And then Rusev flounders in the fucking mid-card for a half a year. Absolutely bullshit. We go to this segment, which Jinder Mahal is just so fucking awful, bro. It's to a point where, I mean, you have no words for this shit anymore. Jinder Mahal came out talking about the next challenger for his WWE Championship, Shinsuke Nakamura. He said that his preparation is not only physical, but it is mental, saying that he gets inside of the head of his opponent. Yeah, sure, bro. More like the fucking Bollywood boys are there at the side of the ring to help you out. But he shows a picture, a ridiculous fucking picture of Nakamura, and it's Nakamura in the middle of one of his mannerisms, bro. Nakamura with all these facial expressions and shit, and he's fucking picking apart these facial expressions like a kindergartner. Yet this is your WWE champion, bro. He shows this picture, and the fucking Singh brothers start laughing. He 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 he. If this was a fucking classroom, the teacher would be like, hey, what's so funny? You want to share it with the class, bro? You want to share it with the class? But he says all he sees in the face of Nakamura in this picture, he's asking, what do you see? Inspiration? Does this inspire you? All I see is constipation, bro. And he said, he showed another picture, and the Bollywood boys, they fucking went to the ropes, did Nakamura's thing, where he falls to the ground, started shaking on the fucking ground, like fish. I don't fucking know, bro. I don't know, shows another pictures, talk shit about that. And Jinder tells Nakamura, he's like, oh, look at them, they're laughing at you. Look, Nakamura, they're laughing at you. Nobody in the crowd was laughing. The crowd was absolutely fucking dead for this segment. But Jinder tells Nakamura that if he wins the championship, the people would treat him the same way as they do. Him chanting, they will chant USA in the middle of his speech, making fun of the way you talk, the way you look, and they called him a constipated Pikachu, bro. You've got to be fucking kidding me. This is your WWE champion, the 50th WWE champion of all time. He's calling his opponent a constipated Pikachu. Alright. He says it's not worth the pain of losing to the modern day failure Raja, Jinder Mahal. Let's move on here, bro. I fucking can't with Jinder Mahal. Kevin Owens backstage talking to somebody, some fucking retard, and he's backstage telling this guy a list of everything he wants. I want this, I want that, I want my fucking intro to be only my face. I don't fucking know, but that's until he sees Sami Zayn backstage, recalling to Sami Zayn that they were driving through a pile of snow in Ohio to wrestle in front of 42 people, saying that they made a pact one day that they would make it to the WWE so they didn't have to do all that bullshit. And now he is going to own the biggest company in sports entertainment. So it was like, we're fucking going to armories, wrestling in front of nobody, and now that's what you're going to be fucking doing. Have fun, bro. Have fun, bro. Sammy told Owens that he'd rather work for an armory any day before he works for Kevin Owens. Alright, bro. Alright, that's all you got for Sami Zayn on SmackDown Live? You fucking kidding me, bro? You fucking kidding me with that one? Why don't you fucking put Sami Zayn in a feud with Bobby Roode? No, but Bobby Roode's a fucking babyface, right? He's a babyface. I'm hearing rumors he's gonna feud with fucking Dolph Ziggler, who's clearly a goddamn heel. Why? Why Dolph Ziggler? Why not have Dolph Ziggler feud with Ty Dillinger? Why not have Dolph Ziggler feud with Sami Zayn? I'm sure you'd get some fantastic matches out of that. How about Sami Zayn, Bobby Roode, Ziggler, Dillinger? You fucking kidding me? Is it that hard to book in this modern day and age on SmackDown Live? No, Bobby Roode's a babyface though, right? You gotta be fucking kidding me with that one. We go to the New Day versus the Usos in a Sin City street fight. This was absolutely fantastic. No doubt about it. This match was crazy physical from all cylinders, bro. You got chairs, kendo sticks, tables, steel steps, all being used in this match with the normal setup for these WWE street fights. You ain't gonna see anything beyond that. Maybe a ladder. Maybe a ladder, bro. If it's not a fucking ladder match. But, there was a point in this matchup where Kofi fucking took a kendo stick and, like, Bianca Belair in the Mae Young Classic started whipping one of the Usos with it, like Bianca Belair does with her fucking hair. So he starts whipping one of the Usos with it, throws a fucking chair on one of the Usos who's on the outside, gets a double stomp on one of the Usos, all impressive shit, and the Usos had a chair on him, all impressive shit in this matchup. The Usos at one point hit Big E with the super kick while he had a chair in his hand. That's another near fall. Just a bunch of shit. A lot of the fucking shit you'd see in the matches we've seen in the past between the Usos and the New Day, but just to a lot more physical of a degree because you have those weapons added in as well. It's just chaos all over the fucking place, and Xavier Woods wasn't here. They left him in the back so there wouldn't be any shenanigans going on there, so it wouldn't be a 3-on-2 advantage here. And in the end here, Big E took 3 fucking super kicks, one of them being a double super kick from both the Usos, and they went for the double splash. Kofi came in and sent one of the Usos into a table that was set on the outside earlier in the match, and that allowed Kofi to hit a Pele on Jimmy, followed by the Midnight Hour to once again give us new tag team champions. I don't fucking understand the meaning of this, bro. I really don't get it. Why the fuck you've had to change the titles flippity flop, flippity flop. I mean, these guys have put on a very, very, very good program. Have the Usos and the New Day. Fantastic matches left and right. Some great segments on SmackDown Live, the rap battles, all that good stuff. They've done fantastic with this rivalry. But I don't understand WWE's need to flip-flop these titles. I don't get it, bro. Why didn't you keep the titles on the Usos until SummerSlam? At SummerSlam, the New Day would win the tag team championships. That would lead us to this matchup that we've seen here tonight for the SmackDown Live tag team titles in a street fight. The Usos would lose again, and then you either move the New Day on or have another rematch, because the Usos are definitely justified that at Hell in a Cell, in a Hell in a Cell tag team matchup. I mean, is it rocket science, bro? Is it fucking rocket science? I don't think so. I don't think so. There's no reason that the titles have changed hands in this storyline 3 times. One with the New Day winning it at Battleground, losing it at SummerSlam, and winning it back here tonight as my cat meows at me. My cat is even pissed off at that. But shut the fuck up, cat. But it just makes no goddamn sense to me. The logic holes are there. There's no need for the flip-flop back and forth of these title changes in each and every single feud. I don't like it. I don't like it. I understand you wanted to have a title change here tonight. There were 3 championship matches. There's a title change that needs to be made. You want to extend this feud for Hell in a Cell, and then the Usos are going to have another championship rematch clause. So, I mean, there's justification for why you would want to do it. But then again, there's justification to continue this rivalry despite the fact that there's no title changes. Holy shit. Makes no goddamn sense to me why there's all these title changes. But, we go to Natalya versus Naomi. Nothing good at all in this matchup. This matchup was nothing good. The matchup they had at SummerSlam was fairly decent with the commercial breaks and all the pandering and the bullshit in this matchup. There was really nothing to be seen here. Nothing to be seen. They put this matchup on last out of all three championship matchups. Clearly because the Mae Young Classic was here tonight. And it was like kind of acting as the main event on SmackDown Live here tonight. But then again, the main event segment was McMahon and Owens. But I mean, there was nothing here. Out of the three championship matches we saw here tonight, two of them were very fucking good. One of them was great. Every time the Usos and the New Day step in the ring, when it's not fucking to determine the stipulation for the matchup and they only get 2 minutes, it's great. So that was great. The Dillinger Styles match was very good. This, nothing here. Absolutely nothing here, bro. It was by the books bullshit between Natalya and Naomi. You got Carmella on commentary on the outside with James Ellsworth on a fucking leash. You gotta be fucking kidding me with that one. And she has James Ellsworth on a leash. That's what he is. He's a fucking pest, so he shouldn't be on a leash. But, Natalya gets distracted on the outside with Carmella and Ellsworth. Here comes Naomi, being all her athletic bullshit, gets a crossbody from the inside of the ring onto both Ellsworth and Carmella. That allows Natalya to take advantage, locks in the sharpshooter. Naomi's tapping. Nothing from this women's championship matchup. What I was predicting here tonight is that we'd actually see a cash-in from Carmella, and either they'd give her the Baron Corbin treatment and she'd fail, or she'd actually win the SmackDown Live Women's Championship. But we've seen none of that. There's no fucking implications for when Carmella is going to cash in. I have no fucking idea. But clearly Natalya was never in a vulnerable position here. But now that Naomi has lost her championship rematch, one has to wonder, who is Natalya going to face going into the future? I mean, Carmella's holding the the Money in the Bank for the women, so there's no fucking reason that she should be getting a title shot, unless it's like a multi-woman matchup or some shit on that degree. But there's no reason that you should have Carmella going for that women's championship, and that is really the only person besides Naomi that Natalya has built tension with. You're not telling me you're just going to throw in Charlotte in there after Charlotte has not been on television for 4 fucking weeks, or however long it's been. Charlotte has not been on SmackDown Live television. She was in the crowd for the Mae Young Classic here tonight, but she's not in fucking television on SmackDown Live. So there's nobody on that SmackDown Women's roster. Becky hasn't been on television in God knows how long. Same thing with Charlotte. And those are really the only 2 women who I'm jacking are viable for that type of shit. So I have no idea who the hell is going to challenge Natalya for that women's championship. Because I don't want to see Naomi again. Carmella is holding your Money in the Bank. And Becky and Charlotte are not built up. All their momentum has fumbled due to the fact that they're not on television. They are not on television doing anything of relevance. Asuka's going to Raw. So, I mean, what do you got? Billie Kay and Peyton Royce, I expect them to be coming up to SmackDown Live and injecting some new blood there. But they're not going to be challenging for the SmackDown Live Women's Championship, at least not just yet. I thought the plan was to get Charlotte on SmackDown Live and have her take that women's division by storm. Charlotte has not done anything on SmackDown Live of any relevance since arriving. So I have no fucking idea what they are planning to do here, but it does not look good. And do not fucking tell me that Tamina is actually going to be getting that title shot due to fucking Lana. That sounds absolutely despicably awful. So I have no fucking idea what they're planning on doing here. We go to Kevin Owens, went up to a singing Aiden English saying that he would be perfect for an intro to a new Kevin Owens show. Then fucking Aiden English sang some bullshit, that's it. Dolph Ziggler came out here saying that last week he came out here saying that all these entrances have nothing to do with being a star, but that's all we do, or that's all we respond to. So he went to the back and did the Bayley entrance with the inflatable Bayley buddies, and then he says that at the end of the day you actually have to be able to compete inside the ring, which brought him to the Ultimate Warrior. And he says anyone can do what he just did, but no one can do what he does in that ring, yet they couldn't care less, and he couldn't care less about you. Who cares? You literally did and said the exact same thing. Oh yeah, a different entrance, bro. But you did the same thing that you did last week. What the fuck? Get Bobby Roode out here giving this guy a glorious DDT, and let's call it a day, bro. Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin versus the Hype Bros. Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin got the win here. One interesting thing I noticed was that Benjamin lifted up Ryder in the powerbomb position, and Gable was supposed to complete the move with the double team, and Benjamin was a little out of position, so Gable kind of had to reach for the tag twice. I'm wondering, was that done intentionally, building a little bit of dissension and showing a little bit of the fact that these two teams are really, or these two men really are not cohesive as a unit? I'm not sure about that. Didn't cost him the match. Gable still got in the move. It could be that, or it could just be Benjamin showing a little ring rust, being a little bit out of position there. But I'm not sure. The commentators mentioned it as well, saying that there's still some rust there, but I mean, it's working out pretty well for them so far. So I'm not sure. I am not sure what they are looking to do here, but Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable win this matchup here. And after the matchup, Mojo Rawley shake the hands of both Benjamin and Gable, and Zack Ryder refused to do, and he just walked away. Do not fucking tell me you're going to break up another tag team on SmackDown Live. That sounds absolutely fucking despicable. It seems like the Hype Bros are going to be getting a soon end on SmackDown Live, which is absolutely fucking bullshit. Another tag team broken up this year on WWE television. We go to the best segment of the fucking night, bro. By far, Vince McMahon. He came out to address Kevin Owens, and Kevin said straight up, "Hello, Vince," saying that standing in the ring with the chairman and CEO of the board is a first for him. He says that he can tell that Vince McMahon is intimidated by him. But Vince said that Kevin Owens discredited the McMahon name last week, saying that last week Shane McMahon beat his ass, and he didn't choose not to fight back because he respects the authority. He shouldn't be able to respect himself when looking in the mirror. Quite frankly, clearly throwing a jab at Kevin Owens' way. Fuck Vince McMahon for that one, by the way. Vince McMahon. He says that Kevin Owens chose not to fight back because he couldn't fight back. McMahon said that Owens can file a little lawsuit, but as soon as Kevin Owens tries to file that lawsuit, the first words out of McMahon's mouth are going to be, "You're fired." So clearly Vince McMahon has that one thought through. Vince said there is a certain B to his name, and that is billionaire. And by the time that lawsuit reaches the court, it's going to be 10, 20, however many years it is, because of the power Vince McMahon has. And Kevin Owens is going to have a certain B to his name as well. Bankrupt. By the time that lawsuit goes through, Vince McMahon says. Kevin Owens is like, "Well, you suspended Shane McMahon. What about him?" Kevin Owens says that, or Vince McMahon says that Shane McMahon is suspended. Not because he put his hands on Kevin Owens. That doesn't matter. to Vince McMahon, but because Shane did not finish the job. He did not beat Owens limb from limb, saying that this beef will not be settled in a lawsuit, but in a hell in a cell. Owens said, fine, you know what, yes, hell or cell, that is absolutely fine, but please, I must ask you permission that when I do beat your son in a hell in a cell, when I do beat the hell out of a McMahon, you have to make sure to give me that permission, give me that certification that I will not be fired when I put my hands on a McMahon. And then said, yes, of course, sure. They shook hands, and Owens hit Vince with the fucking headbutt. Busted Vince right open. Not sure if that was real, blunt, stone cold shot by Kevin Owens. Not so sure about that. But Vince McMahon was bleeding here. He was bleeding, and Owens picks up the mic and he's like, you said it yourself. I can put my hands on a McMahon and I will not be fired. So Kevin Owens clearly crossing that fucking line there, being a fucking smartass by the fucking way, kicks Vince McMahon right in the stomach. Vince McMahon gets up, tries to give Kevin Owens a right hand. Right back at you, Holmes. Kevin Owens catches the right hand. He fucking hits Vince McMahon right back. Meanwhile, by the way, I'm sitting here fucking laughing my ass off. Just seeing Vince McMahon and the way he fucking sold all of Kevin Owens' shit. And it was just absolutely fucking hilarious to me. And I just love the way they're handling this angle that each and every single week Kevin Owens is doing something new. And tries to get on his feet again. Super kick by Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens goes up to the top. Some random fucking stooge backstage just, Owens, don't do this. Owens contemplates getting down. Frog splash to Vince McMahon. Frog splash to Vince McMahon. Absolutely fucking great. I'm loving this storyline. Absolutely loving it. And it just pisses me off that a McMahon, the McMahons, have to be involved on the storyline. The only storyline on SmackDown Live that is showing originality. This storyline very, very showing a lot of originality. That it's fresh each and every single week. Might not be original, but it's fresh. That each and every single week Kevin Owens is going out there and doing something new. Because you can tell WWE's always trying to get the attention on the McMahons. That's not the case each and every with any of the storylines on SmackDown Live right now. Jinder Mahal came out here tonight, cut the same boring old promo that he cuts every fucking week. Why isn't Jinder Mahal being devious and fucking crazy and maniacal as WWE Champion and doing something fucking crazy that's gonna fuck up Shinsuke Nakamura going into the championship match? Oh no, that doesn't matter. That's gonna make Shinsuke Nakamura wanna ask for a Hell in a Cell match so he can get so he can screw over Shinsuke Nakamura that much more, or Jinder Mahal that much more. There's no freshness, no originality going into that storyline. The New Day and the fucking Usos, besides that rap battle, what have they fucking done each and every single week in a fucking match with each other? How many title changes have we seen at this point? It's because WWE doesn't give a fuck. WWE doesn't give a fuck. Dolph Ziggler came here tonight. Same shit he did last week. Did it this week, bro. Did it this week. So each and every single week, it's the same shit. It's the same old plain vanilla shit. Yet, when a storyline has the McMahon centered around it, when the storyline has a big name centered around it, a John Cena, Roman Reigns, a Braun Strowman, a Brock Lesnar, then you put in your effort. Then you care about the fucking storyline. And it's so notable, bro. It is so evident in everything they do when they care and when they don't care. Dolph Ziggler, they don't care. The storyline, Kevin Owens and Shane McMahon, they do care. Why? Because McMahon's there. John Cena and Roman Reigns, they do care. Fucking Shinsuke Nakamura and Jinder Mahal, they don't care. They could give less of a fuck about that match. Why? Why John Cena and Roman Reigns? Well, listen to the names I just said to you, bro. Those two names, just saying them gives Vince McMahon the biggest boner he can ever have, bro. You got the other one, Braun Strowman and Brock Lesnar. That they do care. You look at another storyline. I don't fucking know. The women on SmackDown Live, the women on Monday Night Raw, anything going on there, lazy, unoriginal, garbage. We got Emma versus Sasha Banks last night on Monday Night Raw. Under what circumstances, though? Under what circumstances a match that can be being put on as Sasha Banks as your women's champion going in to No Mercy, and that can really be a match marketed to steal the show. Instead of that, we got some lazy put together fatal four-way that they don't give a fuck about. Now, listen to the name of Brock Lesnar in that matchup that they do care about with Braun Strowman, and look at the women. Do they give a fuck about any of the women? No. It's just women's revolution here, women's revolution there, and we're putting the women in some fucking program. It's absolutely bullshit how they care about some things, they could give less of a fuck about others, and it just comes off as lopsided in their storytelling. Absolutely fucking bullshit. But when they do care about something, it comes off like this. Absolutely fantastic. Stephanie McMahon coming down. She's fucking like, fuck you, Owens. She's pretty much like fucking enraged at Owens, telling him to go to the back. You got Vince McMahon being carried out by a bunch of fucking referees trying to walk on his own. My ribs, my ribs. They're trying to put him on a fucking stretcher. All this shit, fucking ending off SmackDown Live in a dramatic fashion. There they care, right? There they care. But in other places they don't. But this, so far, has been absolutely fantastic. There is clause there for both of these guys to want to go into this Hell in a Cell match and beat the shit out of each other. There's actually storyline there that will culminate this. Yes, I can finally say for the first time in years in the WWE that this matchup between Shane McMahon and Kevin Owens justifies a Hell in a Cell. Now you try to put Shinsuke Nakamura and Jinder Mahal in a Hell in a Cell like WWE's probably going to try to do. One of these fucking weeks they're probably going to try to do it. That does not justify a Hell in a Cell. Those guys have nothing to do with each other besides the fact that they're both vying for the WWE Championship. Besides that, there's no personal grievance between Jinder Mahal and Shinsuke Nakamura. And that's the problem with WWE. Yet they're probably going to try to put those two fucking guys in a Hell in a Cell. Why does that vie to be in a Hell in a Cell and Shane McMahon and Kevin Owens does as well? How does that feud stand up with this feud in any way? It doesn't. So for the first time in a long time, I can say that this is a feud that warrants going into a Hell in a Cell. And that's because you can clearly tell, because there's a McMahon there, because there's a Cena, because there's a Reigns, because there's a Lesnar, that WWE is going to put more vested interest from them, and they're going to care about this storyline more because there's a name there that they give a fuck about. Everybody else, give them the big fucking finger, and they're good. And they're good, bro. As long as they're getting a paycheck at the end of the week, they're good. And it's absolutely fucking bullshit, and it results in lopsided fucking bullshit television is what it does. But that is besides the point. That's just me going on my little rant right there. You can tell what WWE gives a fuck about and what they don't, depending on who's in the fucking angle. But, I mean, there is your Monday, or SmackDown Live review, excuse me. I kind of jumbled Monday Night Raw into this little rant, but I hope you enjoyed what you heard here on your SmackDown Live review and results for the week of September 12th, 2017. Sin City SmackDown. Here tonight, there was a lot to talk about, a lot to rant about as well, but it was a fine edition of SmackDown Live. Not as good as it could have been, but definitely better than what we have been getting as of late, especially fucking before SummerSlam on SmackDown Live. So SmackDown Live continues to get a little bit better each and every single week. Hopefully, they can continue to do that and climb back up to that point that they were at the beginning of this year, end of last year, because holy shit, SmackDown Live going into SummerSlam, SmackDown Live going into Battleground is some of the worst television I've seen in all of WWE this year, and that is not acceptable. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Joel Perez of Ringside Wrestling Entertainment. Make sure to go check out all the other content on the channel. Raw reviews, SmackDown reviews, Mae Young Classic Final review coming after SmackDown Live review goes up on the air. Of course, make sure to go check out Behind the Mic. Of course, all this good stuff, pay-per-view reviews, fucking NXT TakeOver reviews, all that good stuff. Make sure to go check that out, because for now, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be Joel Perez of Ringside Wrestling Entertainment, and for now, I am out of here. Thank you very, very much for watching this video. I will see you in a bit for your Mae Young Classic Final review and results.